So I decided to come up by this old ranch house. You'll see all the bison a little closer up. They're crossing the parking lot here. There's a whole bunch right out here. Just busy munching away on the grass, but I mean, I'm literally just feet from them in my truck, and they're so busy eating they don't seem to really care. But I'm just gonna slowly drive. Give you a good look at them, since I'm kind of making these videos. I don't know if I'll put them on YouTube or Facebook or what, but just kind of thought, I guess I'm bored today, but I thought I'd just make them for people, maybe people that are Facebook friends that don't live up here, just so they don't see this stuff, you know, it's not real common. So I just thought it's kind of what I intended maybe these videos to be for, so people that don't live out here, so they can see kind of what it's like out here in rural part of North Dakota, western North Dakota. Again, where I'm at right now is about 30 miles from the eastern Montana border, right along Interstate 94. If you come down Interstate 94 and just head west, you'll come to Medora, and it'll, right in the middle of town, there's the entrance to this park. Just so plentiful out here. There's a couple little ones. There's one over here behind this big one. Little one that's, you can see its feet there. It's like rubbing up against, there's a wooden post over there. I think these, yeah, there it is. There's that post. I think these things, here's one. They like rubbing up against posts. I see them. Oh, there's one behind me. Truck. Surprised my parking sensors didn't go off. But I've seen them all the time rubbing up against these posts. They like to scratch their bellies or their faces or necks or whatever on these posts, and that's all over the park. I mean, there'll be posts for whatever reason, and they're rubbing themselves. They probably get itchy or whatever. Maybe bugs are bothering them. I don't know. This time of the year is kind of neat because of the young ones. Like later in the year, when the young ones get to be adults, for the most part, it's hard to tell. They all look the same. Now, this time of year, you see, obviously there's a size difference and a color difference, so it's kind of a little more interesting to watch them this time of year. One other time I was out here, they were all over this parking lot. I could barely drive through here. But they seem to be hungry, so they're off in the grass eating right now. But yeah, one time I had to be a little cautious driving through the parking lot. And of course, we got the wild dumpster that's out here. Not sure what they're doing out here. Maybe cleaning up something. Seems like they've kind of restored these buildings a little bit. Came out here when I first moved out here, and they were kind of run down, so I think they've done some work for whatever reason. Somebody's grunting about something. I don't know what their grunts mean. I'm sure if you approach them or get too close to them, they'll be grunting at you for that reason, but I'm just sitting in my truck. I'm not really doing anything. I don't think they're grunting at me, but maybe they could be. Who knows? Every once in a while, it seems like you just get a noisy one that's talkative or whatever. There's one behind me again. Yeah, one time, one of the very first times I was out here, one crossed right in front of the truck, and I was a little leery, and it set off the parking sensors. And I've since learned that if you just leave them alone, they don't bother you. They're not going to charge your vehicle or anything. But I was kind of leery that time. Here's one. I've never had one approach the vehicle, stick his head in the window or anything. I suppose they could, but I think it'd be very rare. They seem to be more preoccupied with food than anything. So I think if you just leave them alone, they will do the same. So I hope you enjoy the video. Still gonna try to head out. Heading out of the park is like a 20-some mile drive, so it's almost like heading in. You never know what you're gonna see, so you may have intentions of leaving, but it's almost like the Minnesota long goodbye when you're at your friend's house and you say you're gonna leave, and then an hour later you're still saying your goodbyes and trying to leave, and there's a little one talking. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. You say you're leaving out here, but sometimes 2 hours later you're still. So that's what's going on now. There's just a lot of activity going on. Little one's a little upset here, so I'll try to head out again.